Live, and alive.
I feel like I just said alive, and I was trying to say live.
Live.
I was like, we're live.
I am not alive.
Everybody get up. We are live now.
Okay.
We got the Olight flashlights. Welcome to the live video.
Well, that one was weird.
What's up, guys?
We got E-Whip, Gutierrez.
If you are here, if you are in the house, Chris with the 3 haze.
As always.
Well, it's proper. It's proper.
Yeah.
It used to just be 2 haze.
Yeah,
but now it's 3.
And he adjusts accordingly. So if I'm live by myself on Mondays, it's only 1 hay. So he's getting better.
Francisco Rodrigo, Sam, James, Noah, Anthony, Jerry, is Isaiah or Isiel? Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna get it. How do you pronounce your name? Isiel? Isiel?
Mr. Ruiz.
It's a cool name. I don't know how to say it.
I mean, you guys know how fantastic we are at pronouncing people's names. So
Todd with the 3 yo's. It's Hayes.
Yo.
This is live, Jerry.
What's Memorex? Is that like the old writable
I don't know.
CD, DVD?
What is that?
I have no idea.
James, Mike. Hard rockin' red with the yo-yo-yos. It's hey. Hey from Maryland. Hey, we got a real nice day outside. It's perfection. It's windy, but it's perfect.
It's actually less. We just talked about this. It's less windy here than it was by me. By me, my garbage cans were all over the place.
Well, we have more ridiculous buildings here and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm in the sticks. So it's beautiful outside. Currently says 72.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Awesome. We're starting to get a whole bunch of people on up in here, and we're starting to get I don't know, what are we getting in here? We're getting the Wolf Pack in here, baby. Wolf Pack, baby. Oh, Wolf Pack, baby.
It's like
Wolf Pack, baby.
Cassette tapes. I'm pretty sure they were CDs too. Weren't Memorex CDs also? Beetlejuice. That's how I feel about the Wolf Pack. Every time you guys say Wolf Pack, it just summons it.
No patch, no Wolf Pack for me. Yeah, I so in the you
didn't even get one yet.
I don't have one yet.
Nope.
But they're apparently sending me a few of them that I'd like to get a few and I could give them out or something.
I don't know if Dennis, I don't know if you're in here, but I have a request, or somebody who makes patches. I need somebody to make me the Olight Wolf Pack patch, but the no smoking sign with a circle and the line through it. Can somebody do that for me, please?
Where did Wolf Pack come from? I literally just made it up. Yep, I made it up a couple of years ago, and here we are. But I just wanted something fun to kind of bring the Olight community together and kind of our biggest fans and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, if you're a part of the people that I talk with all the time and the people that I see on social media all the time, the people who are active in the Olight community, I was like, okay, y'all are the Wolf Pack. Y'all are the crew.
I feel
and that was kind of the whole thing.
So I've been here now since January of 2020, so a little over a year and a half. And I feel probably maybe 6 months before I started here is it really started to blow up. Because I remember watching your live videos and you doing it, but not to this extent of the people being involved. I feel it's really blown up.
Uh-huh.
Which is really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's very annoying for me.
It's very annoying. Yeah. So really cool patch. Digging it. And yeah, I know they talked about it in The Hangover. I mean, yeah, it's not the Wolf Pack idea.
It's not it's not like you coined it.
Exactly.
Really,
it's not I coined
you've adopted it and adapted to
But
Olight.
in terms of the whole Wolf Pack thing involving Olight flashlights, I was just yeah, let's do it. So yeah, It's good stuff. Hopefully we'll come out with more wolf stuff in the
That
future.
would be really cool.
I'm pretty sure we are. So you're gonna see more and more like wolf edition, wolf pack
That'd be
edition
cool.
type like stuff. We had the wolf on the I3E.
Right, yeah.
Which is actually the more like rare one.
You know what?
I haven't seen that many people with the Wolf I3E.
Every
actually.
single one that we got for marketing and everything was an eagle.
Exactly.
We never even got one.
You know, I don't have a wolf.
The other thing too is, I mean, when they send them out, I don't think they know what's what. You know, unless like I can't imagine they track them by serial numbers or anything. But I don't even know what they, if they know which ones get sent out. But yeah, we have all eagles. There was a shark, the eagle, the wolf, and was there a dragon? Because I think they kind of went like element with it, didn't they? What was the fire one, guys? I haven't seen it.
I'm not sure.
I want to say somebody said it was a dragon, but I'm not 100% sure. But they did kind of do like almost like an element thing.
Yeah, I want you're totally right, James. I want this same hat with like that Wolfpack logo.
That would be cool.
You can tell how much I wear this hat because I have like sweat stains all over it. But it's a user, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I wear this hat all the time. If you don't believe me, look at all the sweat stains all over it.
I have one of those. I don't like the way these kinds of hats fit me. That's one that like I wear backwards just like to keep my hair out of my face.
Phoenix.
They did. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Somebody they actually did send me the other Olight hats. I actually haven't tried them on yet, so we'll see if those fit me better.
There's a swordfish as well. Yes.
Oh, that's what it was.
The swordfish ones.
Maybe not a shark or a swordfish. The shark was on the I3T, right? Yeah.
Yes, it was on the I3T.
I have a blue shark.
Yes, the shark on the blue I3T is legit.
Yeah.
That looked really, really cool.
Yeah, I have one. I'm glad I got that one. That one's really neat.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people have been talking about it. So, of course, tomorrow is 9/11.
Yes.
It's going to be definitely an emotional weekend for a lot of people. I'm going to, as you know, we're in the New York City area.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just in New York City yesterday. So I'm gonna try and go to Ground Zero tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the morning per se, just because it might be a little sketchy, to be honest with you. I expect a lot of like military type dudes that are going to be there.
I was going to say, I think especially.
I expect it to be very intense.
Yes.
Obviously, given what's going on right now.
Things,
we're not going to get into that. We're definitely not going to get into that. But I expect Ground Zero to be pretty intense tomorrow, considering. The political climate right now, and obviously what's been going on recently. So yes, I will probably go like late afternoon, early evening, because then maybe it's kind of like the area's kind of settled down a little bit. I know like you can go there and you can put flowers and you can do, all kinds of things and pay your respects and all of that. You can do that pretty much from like, from when the sun comes up till it goes down. So I don't know if it's going to be a little different there than it was last year, because it's weird because there were a lot of people there last year, because I did go last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but all over social media I posted a bunch of pictures of
you did.
The flowers and the names, on like the little like railing part of the pools. Have you guys ever been there?
Colin just made a good point too. Like you're saying, it's the 20th anniversary now.
Right. So, but the thing is though, last year was also interesting because it was when COVID was like super wild.
That is true.
So there was a mask mandate. They wouldn't even let you into anywhere near anything without a mask on. They were a little bit more like worried about crowds, and they were only letting certain amount of people in at a time and stuff like that. There were still a lot of people there, but I'm just saying last year was still kind of interesting and still kind of strange. Yeah. So this year, I think it'll be less like COVID worry and more like just straight up like security.
I was just going to say, less COVID, more
All right. So I was actually down by the World Trade Center. I think it was last weekend. I went to Governor's Island for Labor Day weekend,
We talked about that on Monday,
which is right down there, in Lower Manhattan. But anyways, so I didn't go anywhere near the actual pools, but I still kind of walked by the World Trade Center, and the amount of dudes that I saw in like full like spec ops gear was like crazy.
Yeah.
Dudes with like, full auto SBRs with, the night vision and the bulletproof vest, and they have mags all over them. And like dudes totally like spec ops SWAT team looking dudes, like all over the place. And that was a week before 9/11.
I don't think they're going to close anything off. I think you're just going to see heightened security, just more crowds, considering, like you said,
right?
The stuff that's going on.
Right. So anyway, all I'm saying is, it was very emotional last year.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people crying. There were a lot of people hugging each other. There were flowers everywhere. It was very emotional last year when I went. I just feel like it might be a little bit different this year because I think it's going to be like really intense from a security standpoint. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go down there.
20 years is a long time. So, that's another milestone, for the people who were affected by it. So it's, it's definitely, I think, like you said, I think it is going to be a very intense day.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be closed off.
Instagram, it was working. Yeah. We're talking, so we weren't really like looking at your comments.
Yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, so of course we had to talk about that real quick before we start talking about like flashlight stuff, because obviously that's what everybody's been talking about lately.
Yeah.
Is this is 9/11 weekend, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will post pictures in the definitely like in the Facebook group and all of that, just to like show you guys what it looks like. I'm sure you're curious.
Yeah. For some of you,
I'm not going to be a weirdo. I'm not going to be like taking pictures of cops and stuff like that, but like I'll take pictures of like, how it's set up and stuff like that, like for sure. And we'll see how it is. So anyways, there is that. So tomorrow should be very interesting. Yeah. Okay. So just a heads up, guys, just continuing on. We did post an O-bulb MC torture test yesterday morning.
This poor thing, guys.
Yeah.
All right. First of all,
we beat the thing down.
I'll show you guys individually since we're all different cameras here. So, you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's nothing left. Look at the bottom. It's hard to see, but like it's indented at this point. There's two holes drilled. I was looking for the Sharpie because I was going to draw a smiley face, but. There's nothing. It's funny because like I can still click it, but it's not attached to anything.
Yeah.
So like, there's nothing. You can see how like.
Yeah, we like broke everything apart on like the inside of that thing. Drilled 2 holes in it. Ridiculous. I was like, I'm gonna make my own eyes in this thing.
Yeah.
Like
he says it in the video, and he's like, "Look, you don't even need the googly eyes."
But it was amazing that it stayed on for so long. I was really impressed. Obviously, when else is someone going to beat an O-bulb with a hammer? Like, when would you do that? Yeah. Like, why would you do that? It was perfectly fine with the drops, and it's not like I was like dropping it like how anyone owning one would drop it. I was throwing it in the air and having it slam down on concrete.
Because you're fairly tall, especially compared to me, but throwing it another 5 or 6 feet over your head and then hitting pavement. Like, guys, if you actually watch the video and just listen to when it hits the ground, I think there's a few times that you might actually hear me go oof, like behind the camera, because it hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
But this poor thing.
But for what it is, the thing's made out of plastic and rubber. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an overbuilt, type 3 hard anodized aluminum, aircraft grade aluminum and all that, like a lot of our tactical lights, right? I mean, the thing's made out of plastic and rubber, right?
So the orange ring around it has a lot of like, you know, scratches and dents in it where you can see the color underneath. Obviously, we did this with the white ones, so like the white part is all dirty. The plastic piece has a lot of gouges, scratches. Could be from hitting the pavement and from the hammer, so a little bit of both. And then the holes in there. But honestly, it looks like the inside, like it looks like the board in there is intact. It's just not connected to anything to where I can turn it back on.
I think we could probably take it apart and fix it.
Yeah.
I think we could fix it.
Do you remember when we did the original O-bulb torture test where the hammer actually broke it apart, but it was still on because it was still connected?
Yeah, and
I
in
just can't click anything.
In the YouTube video, in the very beginning of the O-bulb MC torture test video posted yesterday, there is kind of a quick little montage from the original O-bulb video that like I threw together, and so you can see a lot of the things that we did in the first O-bulb torture test before we got into the O-bulb MC torture test. And we talked about how I shattered it with the hammer, but it still turned on. It still stayed on after I shattered it. We
had this in the gradual color change mode, and it just didn't shut off. It just continuously stayed on until you drilled through it. The cat got its paws on it, which was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, it just it did really well. I'm actually very surprised that it did not break apart when you took the hammer to it. I was expecting it to do that.
I was waiting for it to shatter. I was like, this thing's gonna shatter. Like that. That's what I was thinking in my head when I was hitting it. Like I was like, I'm just gonna break this thing into pieces, and we're just gonna, call it a day, just like the original O-bulb.
I expected it to break apart, and it didn't.
So I was like, I know we're gonna break this thing. Well, let's just see how far we can get before we break it. So
there is no give at all to, the connection between the dome and the base. And it's just like, I'm shocked. It did really good.
Almond, my daughter chews and breaks everything. We call her the destroyer. LOL, she hasn't killed the original O-bulb yet. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, unless you're purposefully trying to destroy an O-bulb, you're not going to destroy it. Like you're not. Okay. Yeah, I know, Shredder. You're totally right on Instagram. Yeah, but we do have a lot of people watching us on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if we just have more people that
there's
are looking at that right now.
122 on YouTube. There's 100 on Facebook. Typically, Instagram is the better of them. I'm surprised. Did you guys get notified?
No, Instagram usually has like 60 to 80 people.
I guess. Yeah.
No.
Did you guys get notified? That
usually YouTube's the best.
Yeah. YouTube definitely has really good live streams.
Yep.
So. We are giving away O-bulb MCs. Did we say that?
I don't think we did.
I don't know, but we are not this one. You'll get a working one, I promise.
Yes.
But we are going to give these away, one for each of you guys. So we'll do that. YouTube notified. I didn't see the notification on Facebook. I didn't get notified. That's odd. It said, yeah. Okay. So I guess it did send the notification out, but who knows? Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just briefly mention the O Station. First of all, I don't have one yet. I think I might be getting one today.
It'll show up after the video.
So there's really not a whole lot for me to say about it, considering that I don't have one yet. If I get one today, then I will play around with it and check it out this weekend. So, that's why like it's hard for me to talk about the specs and talk. I'm not showing it to you right now because I don't have one yet.
So we kind of know what you guys know based on the website, what the specs on there saying, all of that, but we haven't actually got our hands on one. So there's not a whole lot that we can tell you guys about.
Right.
So.
In terms of like the pricing and all of that stuff, again, like we don't set the prices for stuff. I guess that was the original decision. They decided to bring the price down. So all that is just a good benefit to you guys. But for that's all we can say is we know what you guys know. I don't have one yet, just like you guys don't have one yet. And, in terms of the pricing, they took the pricing down. So it's less expensive now. I know they're doing partial refunds to the people who paid more for them. And that's what it is for now. Right.
We did not try and run over the O bulb on either occasion. I'm not sure how. I am kind of curious, actually.
You're saying you don't have the O bulb MC in Canada yet. So I was talking actually this morning on the phone. Well, we use one of the actual really nice features of Facebook is that you can use Facebook Messenger to do audio and video calls.
You were just talking to Tom Foster.
Right. So I was talking with Tom in the UK, where ordinarily you'd have all kinds of roaming charges, international fees, whatever, on your cell phone bill. But all I did was just use Wi-Fi on my cell phone, did a Facebook Messenger, so that way we can talk all the time, and that's why that way I'm able to talk with family members that are in other countries, people in other offices, and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was talking with Tom in the UK this morning. He runs Olight UK, and he was talking about how they're just getting the O bulb MCs and all of that for their next sale or next couple sales. So considering that other markets are starting to get them, I would hopefully say that Canada will start getting them soon too. I know, since the US is the biggest market, and we have the most resources here in the US, typically the US is the first to get things, and then the other markets get them.
Yeah.
But typically the other markets do actually get them. It's just a little bit later. So I'd be very surprised if Canada doesn't get the O bulbs MCs. You probably will get them very soon. I'm in the UK still waiting for the knives. We talked about that as well. Just to go on like a small little tangent here, we talked about that as well. So getting knives into the UK, obviously the UK has a lot of knife laws, a lot of the rules, like the knife has to be a certain length and it can't lock and all this kind of stuff. So the knives that we have, are
not UK.
They're not auto. Well, no. It's not that. You can actually get them into the UK, but there's a lot of paperwork involved,
right?
And there's a lot of things. This is what Tom was telling me today. There's a lot of things that he has to do to get the knives into the UK that we do not have to do here in the US.
Yeah.
So they're working on it and they're going through a lot, but hopefully the knives will be there as well. But I know the UK is going to get the O bulb MCs pretty soon as well. So you guys should get everything eventually over there. It's just more complicated. The Osation dropped last night. Yep. Yeah, it dropped last night.
Last night or this morning, whichever one it was. Yeah.
Push to activate on MC.
So, we actually kind of tested this out. I think we were Wednesday, maybe when we were filming. It really depends on what you have the O bulb on. If it's, I've never had a problem with the original ones or even the new MCs. That if it's on the badge on the wall, if it's on my fridge, that with a solid push, that I can actually turn it on if it's attached to something already. Otherwise, I mean, yes, the button itself is the easiest way to do it, but with a little more force, every single one that I've ever come in contact with has been able to be activated, against a wall or something like this. I mean, don't go by my hand because it obviously flexes. So I don't know if it's just a funky little like mass production kind of quirk. I don't even know if that's like the right word, but all the ones that we got, all the ones that I have at home, they're on the wall, they're on the fridge, they're on something, and they work just fine. So maybe it's just the surface that they're on. I don't know, but I've never had a problem with one that hasn't been able to be turned on or off. Like when it's on a surface like this.
UK knife should be non-locking. Yeah, I really don't know about all that. I just know like there's rules. But apparently it's saying we can get them over there. There's just a bunch of paperwork. I don't know. I'm really not
sure. I mean, I don't even
I've-
know. I don't even know all of the knife laws in New Jersey, let alone UK.
Yeah, I've been to the UK, but I did not bring a knife, so I don't know the knife rules there.
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I've never had a
Yeah.
knife in the UK, so I don't know how it works. But apparently they're trying. They're filling out paperwork, they're doing things to make it happen. October awareness, Halloween themed drop. Hopefully we do some Halloween stuff. We've been coming out with a lot of orange and black flashlights, and that's Halloween, right?
It is. I really want Lee, where are you?
Dude, we did a bunch of Halloween stuff last year. We had like I3Ts with like ghosts on them.
Yeah, they were engraved.
There were some other ones.
I have a friend who is very talented with her Cricut, Cry-Kit, whatever you guys call them. And I know Lee had done like Photoshop mock-ups of the Baton 3 Premium editions in various colors with the bats and all that stuff on. So I need to get another Baton 3 Premium so I can do this. And she's going to make me a sticker to put on it with some bats and it's like spooky stuff. So I'm super excited. But Lee, I really want those because they were so nice. I would love to see a little more like Halloween stuff too. So
Olight Pumpkin. So we've had quite a few fans do Olight logos in their pumpkins.
Oh yeah.
I think I might have a couple saved pictures of people who did it. I haven't done it myself.
We can search it. We can definitely find them. But that was a thing that people did. They carved.
A few customers did it. Like the big O, like in the side of the pumpkin. Yeah, quite a few. So that was really fun. Maybe we can find those. Probably.
We just have to search them.
And I think probably a couple customers probably will do it this year as well. I feel like every year that happens. Like somebody does some kind of Olight theme, like in the side of their pumpkin. I'm not skilled enough with cutting into pumpkins to do that.
I love carving pumpkins. I do them every year. I did a jar of fireflies, I think, not last year, the year before. I did the Cheshire Cat smile one year. I did Jack and Sally one year. That was a nightmare. That one took me like 2 days. I sit there and do it all day.
What will fit the Hellcat? So you can do either the Balder S, the Balder Mini, or the PL Mini 2. They all have the same sized adjustable rail that will actually fit that tiny little rail that you have. It just depends on the size that you want. I think in terms of form factor, the PL Mini 2 fits the best because it is the smallest light. But you can get the Balder Mini or the Balder S on there. I think the Balder S looks kind of big on the Hellcat. But it depends on if you want a laser or not, or if you just want a light.
More lantern toppers. I hope so. I really liked them. They were cute. I actually don't even have any.
Barry, that's weird. I've seen pictures of it on there. I don't have one, but I've seen pictures.
I do know a few people who modified their Hellcats a little bit to really make the that rail notch fit. So I don't know if that's they basically just took a Dremel. So I don't know if that's something that, you would consider or maybe have done, but I do know a few people did that just to make like that perfect fit. But
I'm going to try to laser engrave some pumpkins with a new laser. That's awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's really cool. Like Kelly can carve the O in a pumpkin. Yeah, you probably could actually do it.
Yeah, it's fairly easy. I just have to, usually what I do is I just print out something and then like stencil it on and then just have at it. I have a whole little toolkit. Great.
Mini lantern topper. So unfortunately, the O Lantern Mini, you cannot take the top off of it.
So you would have to make something that goes
you can
around and like sits here or something like that.
Yes.
Because this doesn't come off. It's not like the original one. Because there's no interchangeable LED modules in this. So it just is what it is. So
yeah, the O Lantern Mini, the build quality is excellent.
Right.
The quality of the product is great. The performance is great. It's just not as complicated of a design as the full size O Lantern. Like you said, you can't take off the modules and switch those out. You can't take the top off. So it's a little less complicated of a design, but it is very solid. If you guys have these yet, you know that, it's heavy. It doesn't creak at all. The thing's like really, really powerful.
Right.
I mean, for the size.
Yeah.
The red light. I mean, the button feels good. It's got the little indicator there around the button itself. I mean, even this arm right here, like just opening this, like feels really nice. It's a well done product. It just doesn't have all of the features that the original O Lantern has. I think the build quality of this is actually better than the original O Lantern. This feels more expensive.
This is a different material. Don't ask me what it was. I never remember. This is something a little different than the original O Lantern, and I'm digging this a lot more. So I'm hoping that if we do continue to make the original O Lantern, that they swap over to doing this. I don't know if that's possible. Like, I don't know how all that works. That's not my that's not my job. But I mean,
but it's funny seeing people's reaction of these, because they're like, oh my God, look at that thing. That's hilarious. And then they like check it out. They see how bright it is. They feel it. They feel the build quality, and they're like, wait, this is actually nice. Like it's funny to have a lantern this small, but then you're like, wait, this is actually awesome.
It's actually really cool. Yeah.
What other questions you guys have before we give some O bulb MCs away? What other
was there? I feel
questions?
Like there was something else. Oh, maybe there wasn't. I could have swore there was something else that we wanted to mention, and I totally forgot.
September is going to get crazy. This month is going to start getting pretty wild. I know it's been like a little bit quiet so far. We usually, when it's quiet at Olight and we don't have like a bunch going on the front lines, like what you guys are saying, there's not a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the back room of Olight.
let's just put this out there right now. I suggest paying attention to our mental decline from here on out the rest of the month. Just if you start to see us like, get a little loopy in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, well.
The next couple of weeks, our jobs are going to be very difficult. We're going to have an absolutely absurd amount of stuff to do.
We need all of the coffee.
And
all of the coffee.
Yeah. Next week is going to be really, really intense. Getting ready for the new things that we're doing, because September is going to be big. And when I say big, I mean bigger than usual, like double big, like super duper big.
What light do you have on the Glock 19? Like, what do you have? Is it a PL?
On the 19, it's the PL Pro.
The PL Pro. But you can obviously go smaller. You can do the Balder Mini, you can do the Balder S, you can do the PL Mini too, if you want something a little smaller. But yeah, the Pro does fit.
It's really depending on what you're doing with it.
I just doing? Oh, never mind.
If you're carrying, then I would suggest getting something that doesn't stick way past the front of the barrel. It just depends on what you're doing with it. If it's something that you're taking to the range or leaving at home, then why would you not put a big light on it? But if you're carrying it and taking it around all the time, keeping it in your car, whatever the heck you're doing, if you're doing stuff like that, then I'd go with one of the smaller ones.
Yeah. So somebody, where are you? I don't know. Or are you Facebook that just asked? Here. Oh yeah, Brett. Brett got it. Yeah. So guys, we tell you this all the time, and I've actually seen a lot of people ask about it recently for other lights as well. If we tell you that something is like limited, whether it's a specific color, material, whatever, we're not kidding when we tell you if you can afford to do it when the sale is happening, do it, because the secondary market pricing is insane. We do have authorized dealers that you guys can find these things after the fact. Sometimes Amazon runs things or still has some left over. Places like Blade HQ, River's Edge Cutlery. I know there are other dealers that we have that sometimes reserve their stock and then resell it.
Sometimes Blade HQ does that.
Yeah, so like we'll come out with like a brass light or something, but you won't see it on Blade HQ for another 3 or 4 months. So do your research and find out who those people are, like who sells our stuff, because sometimes you can find those lights after the fact. But if it's a secondary market, if you're on eBay, if you're all these other places, you can expect some serious like inflation on these prices, sometimes 2 or 3 times more, but people pay it, which is why they keep doing that. Because if somebody misses it and really wants it, they're going to pay the money for it. So if you can get it when it comes out, do it.
Behind you, make M390 blades. Yeah, I mean it's dicey, right? It's really a gamble because here's the thing. So we're just getting into the knife thing. We're just now getting into the knife thing. M390 knives are really expensive, right? Knives that have M390, you're looking at $150 and up. So it's not the fact of can we do that? Yeah, we could do M390 knives, but how many $150, $200 knives can we sell that are titanium with M390?
Right. Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So it's more of just like looking at the customers, looking at the price of things, looking at it's just a business decision, right? When you're first getting into something, I think it's like a little bold to have it be your products be extraordinarily expensive. I think we totally made the right move coming out with $60 knives with N690 ball bearings, liner locks. I think that was a great move, and obviously it was because we sold out, and this next batch we've been selling them like crazy too the past couple of days since they've been in stock. So
you have to test the waters a little bit,
right? I think what I think is probably going to happen is we'll eventually just come out with more and more expensive knives and more knives with bells and whistles. But I think it was the right move, to start with something a little bit more entry level and then go up from there.
Yeah, and especially guys, because it's really like the first thing that we've ever done like that. So getting your feedback was probably one of the most important things on stuff like that. So yeah, I know you guys are into all these crazy knives and all this stuff, and but that's kind of why we did it, because we put out a product which was actually a good product, and you guys are giving us fantastic feedback, and we kind of just know where to go from here. So I think it'll be you're not going to see those your $500, $600, $700, $800 titanium knives in the next couple of weeks, but I think it'll be a nice gradual process. Well, the thing
is, we'll come out with like higher end knives,
right?
We'll do $150 to $200 for like a really nice titanium knife with a great steel. That's what you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay $150 to $200 for an amazing pocket knife that you're gonna use your whole life, that you're gonna pass down to your kids. I think that's a proper price,
right?
But I think first knife ever for the company, $50-$60, that's a great idea. But will we come out with more expensive stuff? Will we come out with stuff in titanium? Probably.
Yeah. I mean, again, we love the feedback from you guys. We would love to hear and see what you guys would like to see in the future from it. But I agree with you. I think that the driver was a great move.
Yeah. But yes, we're going to keep doing the knife thing. I expect to pay $300 plus. I'm sick. Kaiser's making the knives. They have knives that are, $150 to $200 for sure. Their titanium stuff. It just depends. But I think, $150 to $200 for a titanium knife that has a great steel is a proper price. Anyways, but yes, I want a driver with green scales. I think that'd be a great idea. That'd be really cool to do like an OD green with a black blade, driver, something like that. I think that would look really sick. Bells first, whistle later. So the next knife will have a bell and a whistle. All right, calm down. I almost got the driver, but I have my heart set on the Perrin. That's awesome. It's not like the knives are going to disappear. They did well. We want to keep doing it. We're the whole knife part of the company is just up from here. It's up from here.
Yeah.
And I would love to see a range, just like we have i3Es that you can get for free.
Right, exactly.
But then we have the X9R, and we have everything in between there. So I think it'd be cool to have a $50 knife, $100 knife, $150
Yeah.
knife, a $200 knife, and then you have a few different options, and it's your decision.
Right.
Okay, do I want to pay $50 more for the better steel?
Right.
Do I want to pay $50 more for titanium? You can choose. Okay, is it worth this much money? I think it is, but you can choose.
And like when we talk about bells and whistles too, I mean, like I would love to see, a slightly higher end knife that we come out with different scales for that match the lights that we have, so you guys can match your EDC. Like, how cool would it be? I'm going to use this as an example because it's in front of me, to be able to get scales for my Spyderco that perfectly matches my purple O-Pen. You know what I mean? Like, that would be really cool to be able to, to have a cool knife that you can change the scales to match our products. I think that would be awesome. But like, that's what we kind of mean by bells and whistles, not necessarily on the knife itself, but like, pocket clips, stuff like that. So I think that'd be cool.
I love the driver, my daily carry choice for a knife. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great, awesome daily knife. It's got the fidget factor. It's got the thumb studs. It's got the flipper. It's got the super smooth action. You can actually sharpen the blade, but it's not so hard that if you drop the knife, the blade's going to break in half. I mean, the whole thing is good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's a really good knife, but sometimes people want more than that. And that's fine.
But it's a good start.
I think we will eventually do more than that.
It was a really good start.
But anyways.
Right.
All right. Let's go ahead. That was kind of our tangent. But I feel like we've been addressing the things people have been talking about in the comment section. So I think we're good.
Then we can have a scale sale.
We haven't been going off on like weird random tangents talking about like, Jupiter or something.
No.
Like, we talked about the O station. We talked about the knives. We talked about even different markets. We talked about the O bulb.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we talked about the fact that it's going to get real interesting here in the next couple weeks. And the end of September is going to be a real banger. So, yeah.
For you guys. It's going to be exhausting for us.
It's going to be a real banger.
But for you guys, it'll be good.
Cool.
Let's
all right, guys.
Talk about the O jellyfish. You like my jellyfish? Guys, it's already starting. My mental health for this, like just thinking about the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, I know. And here's a perfect example. So John, and everybody's opinion is valid. There's no wrong answer, but you're saying $250 or higher is too much to pay for a high quality knife. Well, there's knife shows where people are buying $1,000 knives left and right, constantly nonstop. There was actually a really big knife show that just happened last weekend in Las Vegas called USN.
All right, I forgot about that. Yeah,
a lot of the people in here, if you're really into the EDC world, the high-end EDC world, you've probably heard of USN. People were buying $2,000, $3,000 knives at that show the whole time, selling out. People's tables just empty.
Yeah,
and their knives cost $3,000. I mean, this is just how it goes. So to those people, $250 is not enough for a knife. It's not good enough to them.
Right.
So there's just this whole. It's incredible how just diverse the whole knife market can be. It's crazy. Yeah. There's people who like gas station knives. There's people who like knives with literally 24 karat gold accents with rubies in the scales.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It goes from there to there and everybody in between. It's crazy. So it's hard for a company like us to figure out okay, what is something that like most people would want?
Right. When was the i3 UV? When did that come out? You did that for a fundraiser kind of thing, didn't you?
What was it now?
The i3 UV? The little i3.
The i3 UV. It was in OD green.
Right, yeah. When did that come out? Almost 2 years? Because it was before I started working here, so maybe 2 years.
Probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and you guys, it was for like a fundraiser or something. You raised money for somebody.
The OD green i3 UV was a really cool light.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. I'm glad we actually did OD green. I thought that was an interesting color to come out with. But it looks really good on keys.
Yeah. Well, we had talked about it when we were doing our 5-Minute Wednesday videos because that was in my newer truck when we went through mine, but my old truck, everything used to leak. So I used to keep it in my old truck. So that way if the antifreeze was leaking, I could tell.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a couple of years now for that one.
USN The Gathering. That's what it's called, The Gathering. I think it's at Planet Hollywood.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah. But yeah, USN The Gathering is amazing. Yeah, it happens every single year. And it just happened like last weekend. I wish I could have gone because I do know a lot of people in the knife industry.
Yeah, you do. You got way more.
It would have been really fun to go, but I don't have a bunch of money to spend on knives, and also like going all the way from like the East Coast to Las Vegas is a little bit of a trip, and didn't have the time for it and all that. So, but oh well, maybe next year. It was in Caesar's Palace. Okay, cool, awesome.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I think like a couple of years ago, it was in Planet Hollywood. I think. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it didn't happen in 2020, so it's hard to remember. But okay, cool. Let's go ahead and give away. Now we're just like talking.
Yeah. Now
I feel like sometimes I feel like this is a podcast sometimes. Because I know when I think about it, I'm like, our live videos are like basically podcasts, except for the fact that like we're actually like reading comments and talking the whole time. But when you think about like what is a podcast, it's literally just like two people just having a conversation for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And, usually they will actually do video of it. Like you can catch it on video on YouTube or something like that.
A few of the podcasts that I listen to do both. They do have some on YouTube. Sometimes if you're in their Patreon, then that's the only way that you can see the video. But typically the YouTube ones are unedited, opposed to like what you listen to on Spotify. That's edited for that. But like, I mean, most of mine are like true crime based, so it's a little bit less conversation as like the storytelling kind of thing.
Right.
But I do have a few podcasts that are literally just people, talking back and forth, discussing stuff, whatever. I love the whole psychology thing, so I have a lot of that kind of stuff. But like,
here's an example. I'm sure everybody watching this right now knows Joe Rogan, right? Like everybody knows him. He's one of the most famous dudes ever, right?
Yeah.
So his podcast, you can either listen to it on Spotify
or you can watch him on YouTube.
You can go on YouTube and you can watch him sitting at a desk wearing headphones, talking into a microphone with someone else on the other side doing the same thing, and they're just literally sitting there talking to each other for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's a podcast.
Yeah.
So I feel like when we do this, it's like, well, yeah, it's basically a podcast, but we're also like talking with the people who are watching it.
Yeah.
Which I think is even better. I think it'd be cool to watch a podcast and have them like talk about your comments.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty cool.
But they're not doing that, obviously, because they don't know who's listening to it or watching it. But
there's a few of the ones that I listen to will do what they call side pieces. And they go through their social medias and pull out comments and stuff and talk about what people on their social media are talking about. But they're like dedicated episodes. It doesn't happen during like what we're doing right now. But it is still really cool to see them actually go back and go through their emails, go through their, social medias. And like, it is really cool. So
yeah, you like the true crime ones, which are obviously fully planned.
Yes.
There's storytelling, all of that.
Yeah.
I like the ones where it's kind of like inspirational people that are just basically talking with other inspirational people.
Yeah.
There's one I like called Rich Roll. And it's this dude who is like 55 years old, and he's done like a bunch of Ironmans and triathlons and all that kind of stuff. The dude is insane. He's a madman. But his insight into like happiness and being healthy and having fulfillment in life and that kind of stuff is like on another level. And when I listen to him, I'm like, oh yeah, life is amazing. And I want to, become the best I can be and blah, 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 and all those kinds of things.
I listen to a lot of psychology stuff. And, I'm left with like this existential crisis and everything after the fact. And I'm like questioning my entire life. But yeah, that's where I go.
I like Tim Dillon where he rants. I don't know. Anyways, let's give away some O-bulbs. Now it's like making me want to listen to a freaking podcast now.
I was just listening to the second episode of a two-parter of one of my murder mystery things on the way here. I just finished it as I pulled in. So,
Aaron, yes, so there's the products that we have that have come out with a coin are the Drever.
Yep.
All the Drevers. It doesn't matter if you get the blue one or the black one. It comes with a really sweet coin.
Yes.
The blue X9R came with a really awesome coin.
Yes, it did. I forgot about that.
And then the titanium, the Damascus I5T came with a really coin coin as well.
Yes.
And so far, those are the products that have come out with a really awesome coin. And then, of course, we did the 5th anniversary for the group coin, which was free in the Facebook group. And we've done some other coins. There's a coin for the red diamond.
Ooh, Right. That one was really
That's
cool.
probably the best coin we have.
So nice.
It has like an inlay in it. It's insane.
It's very, very nice.
The red diamond coin is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a couple of people in here who are red diamond. Oh crap, you're right. The zirconium pin came with a coin.
Yes, it did. I forgot about that. Yeah.
God, I don't even know what coins I have.
Good call.
Yes. Yeah, the Zerk had a coin as well. So I'm sure we'll keep doing the coin thing because honestly, the coins, the quality, the precision, the design on those things is freaking really awesome. We got Lewis involved with that.
I was just gonna say,
he's doing a lot of the designs. Lewis, a good friend and a fan, and now he's doing some design work for us. He's been designing these coins, and the dude's a freaking pro.
All of his stuff is beautiful.
The dude's a pro, so the coins are like legit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and give away some Obulb MCs.
Yeah, so we're gonna give away Obulb MCs, guys. I think we have all the colors in stock. If we do, I'll let you pick your colors. If not, you're just gonna get one. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at them, but so we've got Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook last as always.
Colin, you have the red diamond coin. The red diamond coin is a true gem.
It's
I mean, the
really
thing
cool.
is,
yeah. I've only seen that you have one, which is the only reason why I've
so sick. Yeah. I'd love to have an Obulb to carry while walking my ducks. Do you mean dogs?
I want ducks.
Do you have ducks, dude?
Speaking of ducks, guys,
awesome.
tried so hard the other day. My father and I went to Tractor Supply to get some more sand and stuff for our fire pit. And they had the chicks out, and I tried so hard, and he literally dragged me out by the ear.
Dude,
so
that's freaking.
I failed on the ducks.
Patriot says he raises ducks. That is so awesome.
I love that. The thing is, like, I have a very small backyard. I've got coyotes. I've got fox. I've got too many things that I would have to worry about them by where I live at the moment. So it'll have to wait.
The amount of geese around here though is disgusting. I'm tired of the big old fat.
The
hissing
geese.
Geese.
So a friend of mine.
I think they should allow people to take, just like deer. There's too many of them. You got to take them out. The geese as well.
A friend of mine, his girlfriend is she Colombian? She's only been here for a few years. She's a sweetheart, but she's still learning her English, so she forgets words for things. And I don't know if she made it up herself or if I've seen a photo of it. She couldn't think of what they were called. And because they hiss, she called it a cobra chicken. So now it's just been a joke in the group for like the last 6 months. That's like, oh, look, the cobra chickens, because they hiss and they come at you. And then she just couldn't think of what they were called. It was the funniest thing.
Oh, God. Now people are talking about eating ducks, and now I want to eat a damn duck.
I want Thai food.
With like a plum sauce.
Ooh, I want Thai food.
Has anybody had like a roasted duck with a plum sauce? Oh my God.
I'm all for it. Okay, focus. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's give away.
Instagram.
Geese are great smoked. I bet they are actually. Okay, let's go. Let's get this freaking up. We're going to do Instagram first, YouTube after that, and then we're going to do Facebook. We really appreciate you guys sticking around, listening to us ramble. I feel like we've had some nice conversation in this video.
Duck. I want crispy duck.
Yes, this is it's been really fun talking with you guys today. So let's get some readies. Let's get ready Freddies. Let's get ready Eddies and Teddies.
Ready Freddy, Teddy, Eddies. Peking duck, yes, also really good.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
Honestly, I have to say that's probably one of the best meals that I've ever had in my whole life. Was when I had the Peking duck in Beijing, and it just melts in your mouth. So and they give you these. You basically make tacos. No, have you seen? You basically make duck tacos.
I'm just reading people's comments. I'm not laughing at you. Continue.
I know. I see.
But so that's what I like. You they bring you out the duck, and you kind of like.
No, you make tacos.
Yeah, you make your own tacos out of it. I've seen it. But
they're like phenomenal. Asian tacos.
Yes.
Anyway,
all right. Okay, Instagram.
Here we go. Here we go, Instagram. This is your giveaway question.
Yes.
Here's your countdown, Instagram. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Instagram.
What is the beam distance of the Warrior Mini 2 in feet? Throwing you guys through a loop here. Warrior Mini 2, the beam distance in feet.
I like to fatten the ducks up and smoke them, fry them so the fat renders. Dude, I bet that's so good.
That sounds so good. He is fine. It's been a while. The 27th. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's got a full 2 weeks. So he does have it in there.
Okay.
Scroll back up. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're gonna scroll. We just need to make sure.
All right. I think we have it. I just want to make sure that.
So here's Reddy's.
And it was 7. It was So he's right. Okay, he's good.
So Kevin's good.
Yeah, it's been 2
cool.
weeks.
All right, Kevin, you win, buddy. You win. It was 722 is the right answer.
Yep, 722 feet. And for those of you who are going to ask, it's been over 2 weeks since he won. So we've had people in between that.
Yeah, it was an Instagram question. We're about to do your question right now, YouTube. So everybody jumping the gun on YouTube. No worries. We're about to do yours. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching Instagram. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of really good conversation. I'm glad we could just hang out and answer your guys' questions. When we're doing sales, when we're a little bit busier, it's harder to just hang out and talk with you guys. We usually have an agenda of things to show you guys. But for today, we're able to just hang out a little bit more, which was nice.
Yeah, so. I like these live videos because you guys get to be way more involved, and we're not just shoving information at you. So
right.
Yeah,
so
cool.
September's only up from here, guys. It's going to be a crazy last half of the month. We're really excited about it. Tons of work, but tons of fun. So awesome. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And remember to pay your respects tomorrow for 9/11.
Yes.
And we really appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Right, peace.
I guess I need a question for YouTube, huh?
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and now do YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you could win. You got one?
Hold on.
She's pulling it up right now. We got a ready spaghetti. Okay,
so ready
we
spaghetti.
have to do it. That one's actually really good.
Spaghetti.
Okay.
All right.
All right, YouTube. This is your question. Here you are, YouTube. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. YouTube.
What is the base diameter of the O-Lantern Mini in inches? In inches, the base diameter of the O-Lantern Mini.
Nice. Peking duck is different than American wild waterfowl duck. Yeah, the Peking duck, it has like a really intense crunchy skin on it, the way that they cook it, and it's almost sweet. The meat is really moist, but the skin is almost it crunches. It's crazy. It's almost the skin on the Peking duck, if it's cooked properly, almost is like dessert. It's crazy. It's so damn good.
So we do have our winner.
Okay, we're scrolling up. We're gonna make sure that we did this right. Okay, so Doomid23.
Doom ID 23. How do you do
Doom ID? Is it Doomid? Doom ID 23?
23. I don't know.
You went by far the first correct answer.
Yes.
You want to buy a long shot.
So Doom, either email me at kellyolight@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram and on Facebook as Olight Kelly. So just reach out, send me a message somewhere, and I'll get you squared away with getting your O Bulb MC.
Nice. Good work, man.
Very nice.
Or a woman. I don't know. Doomid could be either one.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much for watching YouTube. It's really been awesome since we started going live on YouTube.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We consistently have well over 100 people, watching us at the same time. And then of course, And then, of course, with these live videos, we save them.
Right.
We always save them, and then people watch them
Yeah.
later. So, even if there's 100 and something people watching it live, there's thousands of people who watch it later.
Right.
All these live videos get thousands of views. So we really appreciate you guys watching these. We have a lot of fun doing them. It's a great way to kind of wind down for the week and get into the weekend. But yeah, so hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're pumped up about the rest of this month because it's going to be very exciting.
Yes.
I know it was kind of a chill week, but next week will not be, and it's going to be crazy. So awesome. We'll see you later, ducks.
See you later, ducks.
All right. Thanks a lot, YouTube. We'll see you guys later.
Guys.
Watch the Obulb MC torture test if you haven't yet. We posted it yesterday. Just check out the Olight World YouTube channel. Check out the video. We posted it yesterday. So, all right, guys. We'll see you later, YouTube. Peace.
Steven says,